Welcome back to episode 5 of Battery Bites. I'm John.
I'm Jordan.
And today we're going to be cooking this recipe Jordan came up with. I'm going to let him explain a little more.
Okay, yeah, it's just going to be these little, like, taco quesadilla type things. We're going to make a nice little sauce to go with it.
Alright, so he's going to show us each ingredient.
Obviously, you need your tortillas. You need ketchup and mustard. That's for the sauce. Also going to need some pickles and Old Bay. That's all for the sauce right there. And then, obviously, I got my steak and meat. I have, like, a couple of these left. We're going to use it until it's gone. And I season it with onion powder, garlic powder, Lowry seasoned salt, and cowboy butter. All right. So, obviously, I'm going to start off with some oil in the pan. And while that gets heated up, I'm going to chop up some onion to put and saute.
Jordan, what's the best way to cut up an onion?
If I'm being honest, I don't really know. In my opinion, and in my very unprofessional opinion, as long as it's cut up, that's what matters. So if you want to slice it right down the middle or chop it up from the side, whatever gets the job done. No, it all tastes the same no matter how you cut it. And we're going to keep that onion because we're also going to use some onion in the sauce. If you can tell, I really like onions.
What else do you like to use onions in besides this?
When I make spaghetti, surprisingly, like I'll make spaghetti and meat sauce, and in the meat sauce, I'll cut up some onions, get like spicy Italian sausage, and then all together. When like making like deconstructed like peppers with the meat you put inside of them, I also put onions in there. Like just caramelized onions on anything is just great. Like on burgers, on just they go with everything. I'm gonna put this here, and you go.
What's a good way to know if the onions are fully done?
I like to wait until they get a little color, and they should be like very malleable. Like if you're moving it around in the pan and it's still like rough, then you should probably let them cook for a little bit longer. But anytime they get like a nice little brown to them, plus like they're easy to move around, then you know that's the right place to have them.
Now, did you make up this recipe or did you get it from someone?
My first semester here, I was living on South Campus, and I discovered that we had a food pantry. So I went to the food pantry, and I had gotten the tortillas there. And I was like, you know what? I might as well just make like some tiny quesadillas because the only thing that's open is Chickies and Pete's. And after like a week of getting that, it starts tasting disgusting, and you don't want to eat it anymore.
What's your favorite Chickies and Pete's order?
I'll get the tenders and the fries, and I would normally just split the fries with my roommate because they give a little too many fries in the bucket. But I've also gotten like their chicken sandwiches there, but like that first semester it was always the chicken tenders and crab fries with the cheese sauce, and I would get honey mustard for the tenders.
They used to have this what was it called, crab ball, and it'd be like crab and with like mac and cheese.
Oh, that sounds a lot.
So good.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better than the options
they stopped selling them like halfway through sophomore year.
Why?
I don't know. Now they have mozzarella balls again.
Oh.
But I like haven't gone to Chickies in so long. I think I might have to go at least one more time before I graduate.
Oh yeah, that's a must. That's a must. I've used steakums in like all of the videos that I've been cooking. I'm like, hey, reduce, reuse, recycle, you know?
Hey, if you have it, you might as well use it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that was 3 different recipes you can use them with too.
And what other stuff do you think you use steakums in?
Like in episode 1 for the sliders, I forget the episode numbers.
Episode 3.
Yeah, for the pasta. And then with this one, for these tacos, you can like any type of recipe that requires like any kind of poultry or meat, you can put steak-ums in. And I love steak-ums because they're cheap, they taste good, and like why not go for that option? Why buy the expensive stuff for the sake of it being expensive? Don't wanna be.
Jordan, you're a guitar player, right? Or bass?
Yeah, I actually play both. You know, I started playing bass when I was 14 years old, and I was playing a lot of Green Day, My Chemical Romance, stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn guitar because I already knew how to play drums. I've been playing drums since I could walk. So I was like, I know how to play bass and drums. I might as well learn guitar to complete the trifecta, you know? So, and that's what I did. I would say,
Yeah, you can do one, you might as well do all of them.
yeah, I would say I'm the weakest at guitar and the strongest on drums, just because I've been playing like set for so long. I think I have like a picture of me when I was really young playing the drum set in church. If I can find it, I'll send it so we can put it up here. But yeah, hold on, I want to show off the stickers on my bass because I really like those stickers. I got them at some pretty cool conventions. So this is my bass. My grandfather gave it to me a while back. It didn't have any stickers on it. It looks kind of lame. So I was like, I'm gonna just get some stickers. I got some of these at Comic-Con. I got this one at Blurred Bash. And then there's a convention in Philly. What's the name? I'm blanking on the name, but my brother got me this really cool Marvel strap for Christmas a couple years back. So it's low-key falling apart, but I'm gonna use it until it breaks.
What brand of guitar is it? Bass?
This is I wish I knew. The head says Baltimore. I know it's a precision bass, but yeah, I remember my grandpa gave this to me and was just like, oh, I don't really play it anymore. You can have it. So I made it my own. And I'm actually in a band, but I play drums in the band. So it's a little bit different. But yeah, I really enjoy it.
Now, Jordan, you said you also play drum set, right?
Yes, I actually play drum set in a band called 848. I started it with one of my roommates from my first semester and a friend we made named James. And slowly but surely, it's coming together and it's really fun. Yeah, I've been playing set for like years. I was my church's drummer for, I think, all the way from like 5th grade to like 8th grade. And then my younger brother started playing the drum set. So then they were like, all right, you got to play bass. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And that stuck pretty well. I love playing the bass, man. It's so fun.
I'll have to connect you to Charles in our class. He's in a band.
Oh, nice, nice. I'm gonna just drain some of this excess oil, you know. We don't need to be eating all of that. And then I'm gonna let this cook for another little bit.
Now, like, what type of drum set do you have?
At the one I'm using in that band, it's a Yamaha drum set. It has Yamaha toms, and I'm pretty sure it has Zildjian cymbals.
How many pieces is it?
I've got the 3 toms, and I have a ride and a crash. I want to get a splash cymbal.
Cymbals are expensive.
I know, that's the only
Especially
reason.
Zildjians are really expensive.
That's the only reason I haven't gotten a splash cymbal, because I'm kind of broke, but...
You should see if the Ram Man's giving up any.
Oh, that's true. I never thought of that. That's a smart idea.
Ask the pit if they have like an old one that just sits in the closet.
My head, you got a cymbal you're not using? A splash cymbal maybe? All right, while this meat cooks, I'm gonna make the sauce.
Now does the sauce go in a different pan?
Yeah, it's gonna be in this like little bowl. That's about it. So, so when I make this sauce, I kind of just like eyeball it. There's no right or wrong way. It's just like a generic burger sauce.
I like buying my sauce.
Yeah, I should have bought sauce. but it is what it is. So I just do, you know, the equal parts ketchup and mustard. So a little bit of ketchup. This bowl is a lot bigger than it needs to be, or not as big. Well, let me shake this so it's not all watery. Equal parts mayo and ketchup. Let me just grab this out the fridge. Throw that in there.
Now, is this a sauce you came up with by yourself, or did you get it from someone?
This is a sauce I kind of just whipped together. I was bored at South Campus and was like, we got all this, might as well whip it up. So what I generally try and go for as a rule of thumb is a pinkish color. So right now it's like a little bit more orange than pink. So that lets me know, oh, to lighten it, I might need a little bit more mayo. Just a smidge, nothing crazy. There we go. And then you can get, like, I chop up some onions, obviously, and put them in there. But I also chop up some pickles and put it in there. You can get whatever pickles you prefer. I just got these because they were cheap and at ShopRite. So that's what I'm going for.
Cheap is always better.
Yep. And you don't need to like cook like these onions for the sauce. Don't need to go like overkill with them either. Hold on, yeah, I can't really see that. There we go.
It reminds me of like McDonald's sauce a little bit.
Yeah.
Or like a Shake Shack sauce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just it's like if you look up any generic burger sauce, I'm sure it'll be like taste exactly the same.
And
if you don't
have very
like,
similar ingredients.
Yeah. So mix that in there. And then we gotta cut up the pickle. Just one. And now you have a jar of pickles. So that's always fun.
Do you actually know Chick-fil-A nuggets are made in pickle juice?
Really?
Yep.
I worked at Chick-fil-A for a very long
Wait,
time.
I did too.
Yeah. And I was like, I never knew that.
Yeah, the nuggets are made in pickle juice.
Did you have like a favorite section to work when you were working at Chick-fil-A?
Were you front of house or back of house?
I was front of house.
I was also front of house.
Okay, yeah.
So we were in a mall location, so we didn't have a drive-through, but we did do curbside.
Okay.
But like my mortal enemy was doing milkshakes.
Oh yeah.
Was on desserts because I would end the shift covered in milk.
Yeah.
That was one of my mortal enemies. But like register was fine except for like a Friday night register sucked.
I hated front counter, which is like register. I hated drive-through wasn't bad, but our location was just way too small for the amount of business we had. So that made life really annoying for like everybody who worked there, like managers and everybody included. All right, now with this sauce, we're just gonna add a little bit of Old Bay.
But like we had such like we were in a mall location and like we had such like a high like quantity of people. We had people whose whole job was just to do the sauce.
Really?
So that was low key my favorite job because you would just crank out these bags of sauces.
Yeah, I wish I had that kind of part of the job. Mine was not like that. So I
also worked at a Chick-fil-A around COVID time when I didn't necessarily have like inside seating.
Yeah.
So it was a different experience.
Okay, I'm going.
Still a good one though.
Yeah. I'm gonna try the sauce to make sure it tastes how I want it to.
What type of taste are you looking for?
I'm going for something kind of savory, you know, something to just give it like an extra little oomph when you dip the taco in there. And just add a tiny bit more mayo. Nothing crazy. Yeah, but I remember I was working at a COVID. I was not working at a COVID. I was working at a Chick-fil-A during COVID time. And I remember we were doing curbside pickup, and they gave me a chair to sit in. And I fell asleep in the chair, and they took my chair away and made me stand.
That chair didn't last long.
No, yeah, but I'm like, what do you expect when you make me close and then you make me open? Like, I'm going to be tired. But, you know.
They didn't start serving breakfast in mine until after I left.
Really?
It's funny, the day I left, the next day they were getting rid of the mask mandate. Like, I was like, of course, my last day is like the last day of mask and stuff.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Oh, I low-key forgot to season the meat. But we can do that right now.
I forgot the most important part.
The most important part. Okay. So now I'm gonna season the meat while this gets all marinated together. We're gonna start, assembling our little mini taco quesadilla thingies. I wanna be just like you. I gotta stop. And then I'm also going to add just a small layer of ketchup just to give it some color and some flavor. Just a touch. I think in one of our other episodes, I heard myself in the background singing like Sum 41, and I was like, oh, I gotta stop. Just singing miscellaneous songs from the 90s and early 2000s.
No, me and my friends, we were just talking about songs from 2016. Like 2012, 2016, like bangers.
Yeah, that was just like a party era for some reason. Like that, so many good like party songs.
No, for real.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna put butter in this pan while I let that stay warm. This is the pan that we're gonna be making our little tacos in. Butter is gonna make it taste better, and it'll crisp up the outside. Okay. So I got corn tortillas. If you prefer flour, that's fine. I got these because they were cheap. And affordable. I gotta stop saying cheap.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, cheap and affordable are about the same thing.
Yeah. Some people will be like, oh, it's cheap. Well, I'm like, oh, you mean I don't gotta pay top dollar? I'm okay with that. So we're not looking to like burn this or anything. We just want both sides to just get crispy so that, it's a nice little crunch with the warm inside.
Now, do you also put cheese inside too?
Oh yeah, you need the cheese. The cheese is essential. But what was I gonna say? Once you start to see like a little bit of bubbles forming, you can take like a tiny tongs, or if you only have large tongs, that's okay. You want to do a check just to make sure. Once it gets to your desired crispiness, then you can flip it or do whatever you need to do. Where I put the cheese at? Is the cheese over there? Yes, it is. And what I'm saying is, I caught myself. All right, I'm gonna flip this now. And while that's on that side, oops, just open this. We're gonna move our sauce to the side since it's done. We're gonna get our cheese, get it right in the middle.
Now, what type of cheese is that?
I got American Sharp. Normally, I would get like that extremely processed like
The
cheese
Mexican style cheese,
from
or whatever they call it.
Yeah, from like, you know, the cheese from the resource pantry. I don't know if you know that cheese, but it like never goes bad. I remember we left it in there my first year here at spring break, and when we came back, there was no mold on it, so we still used it, and it tasted good. We probably shouldn't have eaten it, but I'm like, that cheese tastes good and it doesn't go bad. I'll take that any chance I can get. So now, just gonna scoop a bit of our meat into it. We'll do one more scoopy doop. Actually, we'll do a little less because we still gotta fold it. Yeah. One more. And then you gotta fold it and press it down with the spatula. This part was always the annoying part for me, because if I'm being honest, I don't have the best hand-eye coordination and I'm a little messy sometimes, but that's okay because I'm human. Nobody's perfect. I'm gonna get that nice and even. Then we want to take it. Oop, see it spilling out the sides. We want to flip it. All right. What we're gonna do is get a plate. I'll put that on in there and wait for it to cool. So this is how it turned out. This is the sauce. I'm gonna let John try first.
Ooh.
You can have any one of those two.
Which one's the best one, you think?
I think probably this one.
I was eyeing that one up anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I like the cheese to meat ratio, and I also like the sauce.
Yeah.
I like the onions added in too.
Yeah. Onions are a must.
I'm getting oil all over your table.
Oh, you're fine. I can clean that up. You can use any kind of like meat you prefer or cheese you prefer or tortilla you prefer, really, but these are just the
You
standard
can pretty
ones
much
that I
use
use.
any combination.
Yeah. These are like quick and easy. The only like part that's annoying is assembling it. But besides that, if you have the time, then these are pretty good.
I think if you have a bigger tortilla, assembling might be a little bit easier.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
But like yours, I like the seasoning in it.
The cowboy butter, I think, is probably what gives it that taste.
Man, mad.
That's not how. I'll get you paper towels. Oh, here we go. There we go.
All right, so that's it for this episode. For our next and final episode, we're doing recipes from Instagram Reels. So if you see any you want us to try, put it in the comments. But until then, we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.